Alright guys, we are here with some more fun neon bending. Got a cool shipment today, FMS glass. So we've got some glass to work with, some clear lead-free glass. I've already been in that tube, I think. Yeah. So this is the one I'm looking for because I want to try some 15 mil glass. That was the first one I started on. A few of you have said that's the hardest one to be learning on. I don't like doing anything easy. Never have. I say I do sometimes, but the truth is I always go the hard way, right? And my goal is to be really good at this. So to be really good at this, I believe anyway, that you got to start with the hard stuff. So FMS did a really fantastic job at wrapping some of this glass up. It's tight in there. There we go. We got a 15 mil piece of lead-free glass. And the goal is to be able to weld it and make it look right. So I'm going to throw the file on it here. Scored it up right here. Here's where I scored it. And it should just break apart. So I really don't need the Kitco cutter unless I'm doing a hard cut, like I guess close to, if I'm doing like a repair or something like that and I don't have the area to get a file into or big leverage like that to break it apart, that would probably be where the old Kitco comes in, would be my guess. So I've got some filing in there, cut it, scored it, break it. Just comes right on apart. So now I got 4 pieces. Now obviously I can't count because I got 5 pieces here. And we're gonna try one real quick. I've been practicing. It's a little breezy in here. It's gonna make it a little bit difficult. My torch kind of every once in a while will blow one of them out. Not a huge problem because it's not super windy, but it's windier than we would want. So let's throw this together. I haven't done 15 mil in a while. Partly because I didn't have any. I was out. Now I got some 15 mil to play around with. And this is one I want to do. Since then, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to make the camera do this. I was talking to Mark Snyder, and he mentioned some shields. So my uncle already had this one. He had 2, but I guess one of them disappeared in transit. And then this one here I made out of one of those old cheap, garage signs that you can, just build them together. And it really seems to have helped my flame out quite a bit. Leaded glass, so thanks to Mark, I ordered some glasses here that are really a new trend, I guess. Some of y'all, I see that you don't use weird glasses. These diatominium, I think is what they're called. I don't think everybody uses them. Fun fact though, I I really only have one eye that works, so I want to protect that one eye. My right eye works, but I was born with some weird lazy eye thing, and it works, but it doesn't. So let's go ahead and protect my left guy, right? That aside, I've noticed, you know, you get that sodium flare and it turns bright orange in this. I mean, you can kind of see it right here. If I hit that, it goes orange real quick. I don't see that in the glasses. So it really helps me see when I'm heating up the end of the glass. Again, I'm trying 15 mil because supposedly it's the hard stuff. I'm gonna get it kind of hot. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but my biggest thing is remembering to rotate the glass. I'm not really good at that part. I'm hitting it again because I had a hard time keeping it straight. Now I probably have let this get too cold now. Every time I let it get too cold and then I hit the fire again, it always pops. So I'm trying to get it hot again because I screwed up and didn't blow into it enough. Yes, I know I'm above the flame. I'm just above it, trying to heat the glass back up without breaking the weld. Now I go back into the fire. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me zoom out just a bit. Wrong way. See if that looks good zoomed in here. There it is. That, y'all, is a pretty good, in my opinion. I wish I could get it focused. That, in my opinion, is a pretty good looking weld. Oh, it got blurry again. It doesn't know how to handle this with me and the glass. Let me see if I can get closer there. There we go. It's a little, you know, not perfect, but damn, y'all, you should see my first ones. So that's 15. And I feel like that looks pretty good, actually. And to be honest with you, what I've learned is this isn't something you can just get out here and start bending some glass on. I've been practicing almost nightly. The only time I did not practice this past week was a night that we had tornado warnings. And I didn't want to be in my big metal barn during thunderstorms with tornado warnings. So again, oh, I forgot my weird glasses. What's funny is you forget these things and you realize you forget them because you see that orange. And you don't see that at all when you're just kind of doing this. So again, why do I go in here like this? I really don't know. It's something my uncle did, so I just kind of do it. But I assume I'm heating the glass up so it doesn't get an abrupt temperature change as I'm heating the ends. So I'm just kind of letting some heat in there. All right, we're gonna come together here, trying to remember to rotate the glass. Got them together. They're just now going orange. Push them together. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. And then pull out. And blow. Okay? Trying to get the camera. There we go. It appears like there's a seam in there, but I don't know. There might be. Let me try to hit it again. See if I can clean that up. Keeping it over the fire a little bit to gradually get me back up to temperature. And then throw her in the heat. Okay? So this is what it looks like now. Wonder what happened to my flame. I heard it go out behind me. I was standing on the... Oh, that wasn't a crack. That wasn't a seam. It was my shirt. There we go. That's really hard to see. I know it is. But that's it. That's 15 mil weld. For those of you that remember some of the first ones, that wasn't possible for me at first. And I'm telling you, these old timers that are getting on these boards and everything, and they're telling you, you know, practice, 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 practice. Day one I did this, I thought there was no damn way I was going to get this done. No way. I was like, what in the hell did I get myself into? But I have practiced daily, every other day at most, or when there's tornado warnings and I'm stuck at work all night, whatever. Practice. Practice. That's still not perfect. But you know what? That's a hell of a lot better than my first ones. And that looks as good. Now I'm going to say this. That looks as good as my uncle's welds. And at least his later welds when he, you know, wasn't doing this every day. And I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna kind of compare it, really, right? So there's this weld here, right? We just talked about this weld. You see it? That's not a seam in there. It just looks like it is because of the way the darn light's all over it. There's that one. And there's this one. This one is one of my uncle's welds. And I can see a seam in there. Right? That's his. And that's mine. And it's this camera, I wish. Let me see if I can make this look a little better here. Okay. That's his. God, how in the hell do I turn autofocus off? That's his. Right there. Okay? And this is everyday practice. Everyday practice. 15 mil. Is it perfect? No. I'm sure a lot of you guys can do 15 mil that looks better than that. I'm sure of it. But 15 mil right there and there. Those are my two welds that we just did. Anyway, this is a short video. I promised you guys I was going to try to keep them shorter. So we're at, like 15, 20 minutes. We're done. I just wanted to do some welds of some 15 mil. Compare it to some known welds of my uncle's that I know he was using and putting production stuff out with. I've learned that he was probably really frustrated with his flames because they weren't doing what he wanted them to, I'm sure. And the only reason I know that is because they're not doing what I want them to, right? So I've got to buy a couple more things. I thought I was going to get some more flames, some burner tips, because I've got some mix match burner tips. I can't afford those right now. I got the quote in from the burner place today, and a little bit of sticker shock. I'm not going to tell you how much it was or what my quote was or anything like that, because that's, I don't want to scare anybody off. I don't want to this or that, but it was too much for me. This is a hobby right now. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to continue doing what my uncle was doing, right? It's a connection, right? That's all it is. So I'm kind of done spending money right now. I've got some oil coming for the vacuum pump. It is an old vacuum pump. I found out the other day that it only does the air displacement's like 56 liters, so it's really kind of weak for neon. But I know it'll work because he used it, right? And I know all this will work because he used it. Does that mean I'm not going to improve on it later? No. It just means I'm not going to improve on it right now. I am still going to get some Venturi mixers for the flame. Right now they just go into a Y, and they have some ball valves instead of needle valves to adjust the gas and the airflow. I'm going to change those out, but that's a tenth of what the total cost was on that bid. Again, I haven't even done anything. I'm not even ready to hook the bombarding transformer up. Not ready to get any of that going. I need to do something about the bottom half of this barn here to block the airflow coming in, and build some walls in here so that I can work in here. It's a gravel floor, y'all. I don't know if you guys have worked in gravel floor or concrete floor, but it's hard to mess with, and if I drop glass, if I do anything else, it shatters. You can't just sweep it up. So those are some of my issues I'm dealing with. So before I do any kind of real upgrades with any of this and spend a bunch of money that frankly I can't spend, I want to see if I'm going to do this, right? But I'm going to holler to a couple electricians that I know and maybe have them come out and help me hook the bombarding transformer up. I know how to do it, but I just want to make sure I don't kill myself. There's that. That's about it for today. Having fun, bending glass, and I have a bunch of glass now. So, till next time, see y'all.